All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving all praises, all blessings to the most powerful, all right, name in the world, all right, in the universe and beyond, all right, to show you the significance, all right, and hey, you just can't imagine, man, all right, Yahweh, okay, Yahweh, okay, not Yahweh, not Allah, okay, uh. Yahweh. All right. And um, you know, people may say, well, how could you be sure? Okay, that's the name. Well, hey, this thing is this thing is about faith. All right. And this whole thing is about faith, and um, that's going to be part of this lesson. I'm just going straight off the wham. All right. I just two thoughts just came to my mind, while I was, sitting here, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go off those two thoughts, and lo and behold, boom, boom. All right, it's like uh, two quick hits, which was enough for me to do a video, and I'm probably gonna entitle this one "Critical Race Facts." Okay, critical race facts. All right. Um, the elder of the uh, GMS Chicago camp, Elder Malcolm, he has a channel, okay, that is uh, uh, where he deals with critical race, facts. All right, because this devil is constantly trying, to you know silence this truth, and not only is he, and what would, and the only thing that could ultimately, because there's nothing that you can do against this truth, only for, okay, um there's really nothing he can do. What they try to do is, lure individuals into in through temptation and lust, okay, like the devil does, in which a lot of these individuals, they a lot of these individuals um get hooked, okay, um you know but I'm not here to talk about them, okay. Time is of an of an essence, all right now. And so Yahweh, okay, Bahasham, yeah, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, all right, Bahasham, Raha HaKodash, all right, and Yahweh Shai, all right, that's who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, all right, and Raha HaKodash would be the spirit that is holy, okay. So those are some very powerful names, all right. Uh, Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect men who are, pushing this word. Okay, whether there's 1,000 of you or just one. Okay, keep pushing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Okay, risking life and livelihood wherever you may be. All right, and so doing. All right. Especially in these days and in these times. All right. If you're doing that, okay, if you're pushing this word, okay, according to the doctrine of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, no matter where you at, all right, or, if you got a group of 30 men around you, or if, It's just you. Okay? Push the work, push this, do the work, push this word in truth and in sincerity. All right. Um, and shalom to the women and the children as well. All right. From these lessons that we bring out. Okay. Um, because a lot of you women, you get on these social media sites and, you're getting caught up in these memes. Salakia. You get caught up in these memes, these guys, they jump on and they're talking out of the side of their neck and they're saying some ridiculous shit. All right. And, a lot of people may take, you're taking advice from a person who is not even coming with scriptures. All right. So you women, hey, um, you know, shit is gonna get real. You know, I had to, rebuke a demon today. You know, shit is going to get fucking real. Okay, you're watching the baddies and you may be thinking, well, I'm not like one of those baddies. Okay, hey, it's gonna be sad and sorry that you're gonna receive the same judgment. Okay, possibly as one of those baddies. Okay, you see those baddies, they're beating each other up, spitting in their faces, and defecating on themselves. Then the so-called black women, man, they're destroyed, they're done. Okay, so you so-called black women, your new motto is who's mad, you mad. Guess what, man? Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is mad. Okay, he's mad. You know, that's who's mad. Okay, that's who's mad. Okay, so let me start off in this lesson. So let me get a scripture real quick. And this is 2 Corinthians 5:7. All right, and let me see. Let me start. I All right, yeah, 7. I was thinking about starting up, but I'm gonna start right at 7. It says, For we walk by faith, not by sight. Okay, we walk by faith and not by sight. Okay, um, you know, listen, you know, and you people, you be like, oh, why they cursing, man? Because it's, you know, when talking to you, Jakes, man, when talking to some of you people, man, okay, uh, you know, brothers do lessons and bring things out, and you're not, and ultimately it's Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right? That's not giving you the increase to get this, all right? Um, and so you have to repent, man. You got to do what you could do to get an understanding, all right? Uh, of what of the gravity, the gravity of what's going on, man. Okay, big word, okay. No, but you got to get an understanding of what's going on, okay, in this truth, okay, what the spirit is bringing out, all right. And so you have people, okay, who follow these memes, okay, on these social media site, and they listen to this information that people are giving, and that information, it could be partially right, but guess what? A scholar, okay, someone who's learned will make you look stupid, okay? They could make you look stupid, or make you look um you know like you don't know what's going on in front of everybody, man. All right? So this thing is with is DNA. Okay, we don't have the DNA. You don't have the DNA, and people are saying, like, oh, you're not the real Jews. Why are you trying to take those people religion? Why are you trying to be those people? That's not who you are. Okay? And and that's our people saying this as if we haven't been in fucking slavery for 400 years. And that's the main point. Our people are not even interested in their own self, man. You're not even interested in your own goings. And you are a royalty. But you tell these niggas that they are of royalty, and what do? They shoot at you in return. Okay? They want to shoot at you in return for you telling them that they're royalty. Okay? Have hatred in their heart for you because you're telling them that they're royalty. All right? It's a problem with you. Something's wrong. Uh so what I did was, and I want to get right to the point, okay? Because this walk is by faith and not by sight, all right? Uh Verse 8, we are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. Okay, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. All right. Wherefore we labor that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him. Okay. So, and it's not hard to do. Okay. This is not a hard undertaking. Okay. If you are doing this work in truth and in sincerity. All right. So there's something, uh, that came to mind. All right. Uh, and I was thinking, I said, damn, you know, these people are always saying we Jews, and you got people like Vocab Malone, and this is not okay. This is not, what am I trying to say? This is not a you know connect the dot type of thing. What I'm saying is that this is about faith. But with that being said, okay, with that being said, listen, okay, you have to see what all these people have done to presume the people who they are. There's a reason, okay, okay. The scriptures tell you Esau have hid himself. Let me get it. All right. Let me get that real quick, man. I hate talking. I really just like to go into the scriptures, but it's like I gotta explain to a 3-year-old, man. Not with everybody, but those who are not getting it. Those who will one day see this video. All right. spelled it wrong. Okay, it's only 2 words. Hid in himself. Let me see. Jeremiah 49:10. All right. But I have made Esau bare, man. See, this is not, the Lord is just stripping this, his name is Esau. Wasted away is he, man. He stripped the pigment right off of this nigga, man. All right. I can't say nigga no more because nigga is actually, a good word that they have. See how they flip things? Nigga, okay, is actually a good word, all right? But, Esau turned it, so-called white man turned it into a derogatory term, all right? It wasn't Eazy-E and Dr. Dre, all right? Even though they'll try to say it was, but no, or Snoop Dogg, okay? It wasn't them. It was Esau, okay? During slavery, okay? You so-called white people, your grandparents, great-grandparents, okay? Every morning that they awoke with hatred in their hearts to go and seek out a person of color, okay, a so-called Negro, all right, or a so-called Native American, all right, or a so-called Hispanic, and do some sort of terroristic act to them. And this was there every day, okay? So you can act like you don't know what's Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare, so the Lord have made you bare. You can't hide, you damn devils. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. Okay? So you can't hide yourself, Esau. Now, okay? So, with that being said, something, told me to research book burnings. All right? Because, now we have, the computer, the internet. And I said, this damn devil has really been, he's really, got Jake ass fooled. All right? I said, he got Jake ass fooled. Even some of these Jake scholars, okay? I said, he did something. It was something that he did, because these Jakes, they're not walking by the faith, okay? So I said, so something came to my mind and said, book burning. I said, they're trying to cut off the internet, but at one point in time, they had to have burned books. Lo and behold, I put what books were burned during the Reformation. Okay? The Reformation is the Renaissance. Okay? So when Esau, you can go in and find out what the Reformation was. Okay? You have even Edomites who come out and tell you that, yeah, they went full blast with iconoclasm. Okay? And so I looked. I should let them tell you, but I'll do it. It says in 1553, the Talmud and other works, okay, were burned in the Papal States and Venetian territory. All right. Now it's saying the Talmud, It says in 1553, the Talmud and other works were burned in the Papal States and Venetian territory. Okay, 15 years later, the Venetian government confiscated and burned thousands more Hebrew books. Okay, they burned the Hebrew books. Okay, yet it was not only by text, by Jews and Muslims that were consigned to the fire, but writings by Christians as well. So, even Muslims, so these were people who uh gave accounts, okay? Gave accounts to what they saw. These are history books, all right? Of what they saw and who and what was, all right? So who did this? The Edomites, so-called white people, all right? What books have been burned in history? So it's not going to tell you what books they burned, during that time period, but they burned those books. And I said, well, damn, they burned those books. Now, who gave the order for them to burn these books? Okay. And what was the name of the order? Okay, for those books to burn. And so, lo and behold, it's here in Wikipedia. The name of it is what you're looking at now. Cum Nemis Absurdum, okay, was a papal bull issued by Pope Paul. These popes like to be Paul, all right? The fourth, dated 14 July, all right, 1555. It takes its name from its first words, okay? Latin for since it is observed, all right? Subject, on the Jews in Rome, all right? So they have a text in English, which I didn't read it, all right? It says, since it is observed, okay? And let's look up this word, absurd. I know what the word means, but we're going to get it together, right? Absurd. Absurd.
Here's the definition of
Absurd.
Here's the definition of absurd: wildly unreasonable, illogical, or inappropriate.
Okay? Since it is absurd and utterly inconvenient that the Jews, who through their own fault were condemned by God to eternal slavery, and this is where you get, okay, uh premise is, would that be the right word, for them to say that so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans should be in slavery. Okay, this was the lie, and this was the lie that was spread, okay, by those who call themselves Jews today. And you could find that in what book was that? Oh man, it'll come to me, and if anybody knows, hey, they can put it in there. All right. Um, to eternal slavery. Okay. So that the Jews who through their own fault were condemned by God to eternal slavery. See the date on this? 1555. All right. You had the Northern Kingdom was being put into slavery at this time. Okay. Uh, can under the pretext that pious Christians must accept them and sustain their habitation are so ungrateful to Christians as instead of thanks for gracious treatment, they return contumeliously and among themselves. All right. Instead of the slavery which they deserve, they manage to claim superiority. We who newly learned that these very Jews were insolent, invaded our city, Rome, and a number of the papal states, territories, and domains. Their impudence increased so much that they dare not only to live amongst the Christian people, but also in the vicinity of the churches without any difference of dressing, and even that they rent houses in the main streets and squares, buy and hold immovable property, engage maids, nurses, and other Christian servants, and commit other and numerous misdeeds with shame and contempt of the Christian name. Considering that the Church of Rome tolerates these very Jews' evidence of the true Christian faith, and to this end we declare that they won over by the piety and kindness of the sea should at long last recognize their erroneous ways and should lose no time in seeing the true light of the Catholic faith. And thus to agree that while they persist in their errors, realizing that they are slaves because of their deeds. Now, you know good and goddamn well, okay, this wasn't talking about the 6 million dead here in Germany, okay? Now, listen. Now, as I'm reading down, I'm going through scriptures, man. There's scriptures popping out of the head, but hey, and these Christians that they're talking about pagans, pagan Rome. They're talking about the Israelites who took over, Rome after Rome fell. Now they're realizing this. Okay? And it's a problem because they don't want that to happen again. Okay? Which, they'll try and argue. Okay? They'll try and argue. But guess what? You know that this wasn't talking about the 1948ers because the 1948ers were conducting business. Okay? They were conducting business in these areas. So realizing that they are slaves because of their deeds, whereas Christians have been freed through our Lord God, Jesus Christ. Okay, true indeed. Okay, that other white meat, that these Israelites call on. Okay, That's who freed that's who rose up these Edomites, man. No, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai rose them up for a purpose. Okay. And even with that purpose, they still, okay, pay homage to, okay, this individual, Sestra Borgia, all right, or that name as a sign of dishonor, because they know that they sold their birthright. Okay, and it says, and that it is iniquitous for it to appear that the sons of free women serve the sons of maids. All right. It says the bull revoked all the rights of the Jewish community and placed religious and economic restriction on Jews in the Papal States. And this is what's going on here in America. That's redlining. Just did a video on it yesterday. They're still under this papal, okay? This religious papal in which they're still redlining you, Jakes. That's why you can't come up in the world. You go and try to get a loan for a home. You do any of that. You are being redlining because they are still in the process of restricting you, all right? Economically. Okay, that's why you don't have banks. I was saying yesterday you don't even have grocery stores in your community. Sad. 2024, you got niggas running around in Jamaica with, man, listen. All right. Uh Restrictions on Jews in the Papal States renewed anti-Jewish legislation and subjected Jews to various degradations and restrictions on their personal freedom. And ultimately, all right, they put us into slavery. All right, and you can go in and you can read all the rest of that, and once you get to reading into it, you'll see that you know uh the story starts to get a little sloppy. But listen, they burned the books. Okay, they burned the books. Okay, I'm gonna skip down. It said the bull, okay, also subjected Jews to various other restrictions, such as a prohibition on property. Didn't I just say this shit? I never read this before, man. I'm reading it live with you. Okay, brother? Hey, what's happening, brother? Hey, how you doing? Okay, that's that Marvin Gaye. What's going on? Jews were allowed to practice only unskilled jobs as ragmen. Now, the Rothschilds were in business, okay, at this time, man. The Rothschilds were in business at this time, okay? So listen, man, if you want to believe that the motherfuckers who own Chase, the people who own all the Fairmont Hotel properties, you don't know about the Fairmont Hotel. If you want the people who own all the television station, media stations in the globe, if you want to believe that those people, okay, are the people that they're talking about in this papal bull, okay? And I got a bridge I want to sell you on the moon, okay? So call Halal Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. I'm going to end this lesson right there. All right. Lord willing, you were edified. And until next time, Shalom.